What's up, guys? Hope everyone's feeling good. Hope everyone is having a great day. So today I've got a very cool video for you all today. It is some of my favorite binds that I do, some of them that I would recommend to you that I would use in competition, and I just think they're overall really flashy, cool binds. They look way better than the standard normal bind. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Quick disclaimer though, so some of these binds might not work immediately for you. So like, I know if you do a certain bind, sometimes it just slips out, and I mean, that's just the way it goes. So you just gotta practice it, trying to figure out what works best for you. And also, like, the yo-yo and the response pads do have an effect on how grabby or how loose your binds go. So just practice them, try them out, and just see what happens, and let's get into this video. Okay, so in this video, I'm showing you 10 binds. Alright, so get ready for these 10 binds. Okay, hey guys, so for this first bind, it's really pretty simple, it's not too bad. So what you're going to do is just obviously go into an undermount from a breakaway throw, and what you're just going to do is like slide the yo-yo off to your throw hand side. So since I'm righty, I'm going to slide it off to the right side, and all that's going to happen is just it's going to bind up when you let go. So just slide it off to the right. Basically, if there's any tip I can give you, it's kind of do this rather slowly rather than really quickly, because if you do it quickly, there's a chance it won't bind up. But just do it rather slowly. I think you guys should catch on pretty quickly with this one. Okay, so the second one is also pretty simple, but it can be a little bit difficult for some people. So we're going to start again, breakaway throw, and go into an undermount. From here, you're just going to move your throw hand right in front of it, while your non-throw hand goes back like that. So you just look like this. You're going to swing the yo-yo, and you're going to swing it up into the air. Just kind of throw it in the air, and it should bind up. Sometimes it doesn't, but again, my advice for you for this one is just to do it rather slowly. If you do it too quickly, it might just fly into the air and not bind up. Just like that. Okay, so for our third bind, this one can be a little bit tricky sometimes, but here's what it looks like. Alright, so let's get right to it. So basically, you're just going to start off in your regular undermount, and you're going to swing the yo-yo over your throw hand. And so basically, since I am a righty, I'm going to swing it over my right hand in a counterclockwise direction. So just like that. And it's just going to go over your hand, and you're just going to let go. So just like that. So that's what I mean by it's tricky. So sometimes it doesn't really bind up. I guess I did it a little bit fast that time. But again, my suggestion is just to release a little bit on the early side with this one, and also make sure to do it slowly. So just like that. So that's how you do number 3. Okay, next up we got number 4. So here's what it looks like from my perspective. Just like that. Again, this one is also a little bit grabby sometimes, but you just want to be careful with it. So this one's also pretty similar to number 3. So you're just going to go into an undermount, move your hand, your throw hand, in like kind of inwards towards you, and basically the yo-yo is going to go over just like that. So it's going to swing over in a counterclockwise direction for me, just like that, and you're going to let go with your non-throw hand as it comes around. So it looks just like that. And sometimes it can be a little bit grabby, so just be careful when you throw the yo-yo again. But overall, I think you guys should be good with this one. Alright, so this is the 5th bind, and this one, it can be pretty tricky overall. It took me a while to learn, and it's definitely one of the hardest binds that I have out of these 10 to do. So just bear with me, and we'll get through it. So basically, you're going to start in a trapeze for this one, actually. And you're just going to swing off as if you were doing the trapeze and his brother. But you're going to let go, and basically, you get this kind of like slack, just like that. And so basically, what's going to happen is this yo-yo should land kind of like on this string. So here's what it kind of looks like. I'm going to slow this one down just so you guys can see exactly what's happening when I do this trick. So it's just like this. So hopefully that explained it a little clearer for you guys. But basically what's happening is the yo-yo is just going around here, and you're just going to let go right when you get about past your throw hand. So once you get right about there, you're just going to let go. And that should make this little slack come up. So if it doesn't come up, just keep practicing it. I might have additional tips, so let me know in the comment section if you're having trouble with that. So basically, you're just going to try to aim so that the yo-yo hits that outside of the string, just like that. And so this one takes quite a bit of practice. It took me a while to learn, but I hope you guys can get that one down. Okay, so for our 6th bind, this one is also a little bit tricky. It took me a while to learn, just like number 5. So here's what it looks like from my perspective, just like that. And so basically, this one takes a little bit of breaking down, but the best way I can explain it is just basically with a dead yo-yo. So what's going to happen is yo-yo is going to be at the end of the string just like that. You don't even start with the trapeze or anything. And basically what's going to happen is you're going to pop the yo-yo up, you're going to go around, and do a really quick tight little circle just like that. So that should make a little bit of a bind going. So when you're doing the trick, it looks like this. So you're going to whip kind of like once, and then you're going to go all the way around, just a really small circle. The smaller the circle that you make after this little, like that, it's going to bind up even easier and faster for you. Basically, I'm going to slow this one down again for you guys, because I think this one is pretty tricky to learn, but I think you guys can get it down. So it's just like this. So yeah, that is pretty difficult. It took me a very long time to learn, so if you guys have trouble with it, again, comment down below, and I'll help you guys out with it as much as I can. Okay, the 7th bind really isn't too bad, and it's pretty flashy, I'd say. So basically, this is the one-handed bind. So the easiest way to do this is just going into your trapeze and brother mount. Just let go like that, and your mount should look like that. And from there, you're just going to swing to the outside of your throw hand, just like this, and release pretty much right away. And so it should bind up just like that. However, this one is also kind of slippy, so you want to do it a little bit more slowly, just like kind of like that. And you'll get a higher percentage of landing it rather than doing it really fast, because that just kind of like makes the slack not catch on the yo-yo's response pads. Okay, so for the 8th bind, this one is also a really good one. I use it actually quite frequently. So here's what it looks like. You're just going to have the yo-yo like this, and you're going to take your non-throw hand and just kind of slide it like that. Just like that, pushing against the string. And what it should do is eventually you want to get the yo-yo to pop into this string right here. So you should come up and pop right into here. So to do this, you just push your finger against here, just like that, and the yo-yo should shoot into the air and bind up. Again, this is another difficult one to do, because sometimes it doesn't really latch onto the response pads and bind back to your hand. The best way I can say to do this is make the yo-yo land as closely as possible to your throw hand. So you want it to land like more over here than over here, because then you have more string to kind of bind it back. So you see how I'm putting only that much slack into the gap, it won't do much, but if I put it really close to my hand, there's a lot more slack, and it'll just grab into the yo-yo real nice. Okay, so this is the 9th bind, and the 9th and 10th binds are actually with a forwards throw. So I'll show you that, just a regular forward throw. So this is a pretty much basic laceration bind. It just looks like that. Just a brief summary on how to do this. You're just going to take the yo-yo, perform a forward throw so that yo-yo is spinning in the correct direction. And you're going to just whip like this, but you want to whip this slack into the gap of the yo-yo, just like that. So I'm going to slow it down one more time for you guys, just so you can see exactly how that works. You're going to want to practice just whipping the slack around, because it does take a while to learn how to do this motion. Eventually, it should just go like that, whip the slack in, and the yo-yo will bind right up. Okay, so this is the last and final bind that I'm going to teach you guys today. So basically, this is number 10, and it is a little bit more complex. It's a little bit longer. It takes longer to perform than the others. However, I think it's really cool, and it looks really great at the end of like a front style combo, because your yo-yo is already spinning in the correct direction. So again, forward throw, just like this. So here's what you're going to do. So you're going to take the yo-yo, and you're going to hit it into an undermount. However, immediately pinch the string. So hit it into an undermount, but pinch the string immediately. When that happens, you kind of want to throw the yo-yo forward, as well as your throw hand, just like this. That should get the slack off of the gap of the yo-yo. So it's basically just like that. So you should be in this mount, kind of like that. So you're here, hit that string, let go of the slack, you're right here. What you're going to do here is that you're still pinched, is you're going to swing this yo-yo backwards towards you, and you're going to try to hit as close as you can to your throw hand as possible. So basically this means that you'll be sure to get a fair amount of slack in the gap of the yo-yo and getting the highest percentage of you landing this bind. Because if you do it just like this and just kind of flip it over like that and aim for that string, it's a lot more difficult and it usually doesn't bind back. But if you do it really close to your throw hand, it will bind back most times.
Okay, so I hope you guys all enjoyed this binds video. It's been really highly requested, and I think you guys will really like it. As you probably noticed, there's no poll at the beginning of this video, and that's because I just want to change things up. I want to have you guys, the subscribers and the viewers of my channel, to decide what video I do next. So just in the comments down below, let me know what video you want, and I'll choose one of them. Also, of course, I'll give you a shout out and display your comment on the screen in my next video. Also, if you're having trouble with any of the tricks, if you need additional advice with these binds, be sure to let me know in the comments, and I'll help you as soon as I can. Also, if you guys enjoyed the video, it'd be awesome if you could leave a like. And if you're new here and you haven't seen any of my videos before, it'd be awesome if you hit that subscribe button, because that's much appreciated. Okay, so thank you guys all so much for watching. That's it for my video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.